My name is Pragnesh Ninje and I am going to teach you physics. Let us start with the today's topic, electrostatic field. This is the second part of the first unit, electrostatics. In this topic, we will study about the field that is developed by the stationary charge. So let us define what do we exactly mean by the electrostatic field. So electrostatic field, it can be defined as area around the charge in which its influence is felt. What do we mean by these words? So these words means influence of the stationary charge. Let's say a charge is kept here. Some charge is kept here, right? It will have its influence in the nearby area. What do we mean by influence? Influence means, let's say another positive charge, if it comes here, because of the influence of this positive charge, this another positive charge will be repelled away. In other terms, let us say a class teacher. Let's say me, myself, when I teach in the classroom, the students teaching sitting on the first bench, I have a more influence on them. They cannot do anything else other than learning this subject. As the distance goes on increasing, the influence goes on decreasing. Right? Distance increases, influence goes on decreasing. The similar thing is here in the electrostatic field, that nearby the charge, the influence is much. As the distance increases, that influence will go on decreasing, as per the inverse square law. So that is the electrostatic field. Next, we have a formula, mathematical formula for the electric field, or you can also say electric field intensity. These words, how they can be written in the mathematical format. So electric field E bar, it is defined as a force experienced per unit charge. If you want to calculate the electric field or field intensity due to any charge at any other point, then how do you calculate it? As per this formula, it is defined as force experienced per unit charge. Let us see once again. Electric field. So to calculate the electric field due to any charge, let's say I want to calculate electric field due to this charge. So it will be at any point will be defined as force experienced per unit charge. Electric field or electric field intensity, or it is also called as an intensity, it is a vector quantity. Its direction is similar to that of the force. Its SI unit is newtons per coulomb. Now let us try to calculate electric field or electric field intensity due to a point charge. Electric field due to a point charge. This will help you to understand the definition as well as the application of this formula. So let us see how. I have a point charge Q at this point. Let me denote it in a capital letter. So I have a point charge Q here at this point. I want to calculate electric field intensity at a point P. This point is located at a distance R from this charge. Is located at a distance R from this charge. So what will be the electric field intensity at this point? So as per the definition, the electric field intensity at this given point, either you write down P or you don't write P, doesn't make any difference. Going as per the definition, electric field at a point P will be defined as force experienced per test charge. So what we have to do, we have to keep one test charge here, and then we will have to calculate the force experienced per this test charge. So let us calculate the force for this test charge. So force will be given by K, Q1, Q2 by distance square. And what will be the direction? The direction will be same as the direction of the displacement vector. So let us say displacement vector has a direction r cap. So this is the force. Now putting the equation of this force in this electric field, I get K Q1 Q0 r square, right, divided by Q0, force experienced by unit charge, and r cap. So we have an equation of the electric field intensity due to a point charge. it must be very clear that electric field intensity is a vector quantity, right? So this formula includes both the things, magnitude as well as direction. This part denotes magnitude and this another part denotes direction. Let us try to see electric field intensity exactly in the terms of vectors. This will help you to understand this notation much more in detail. If you are asked a question in exam that derive an equation for electric field due to a point charge, you write down the consideration, whatever I spoke, and then this presentation. It's enough till here. But let's say if you want to understand this thing in much more detail, so that you can apply this in the numerical. So that topic will be electric field due to point charge in vector form, or also you can say in the terms of displacement vector, or also you can say in the terms of position vector, anything you say. So electric field intensity due to a point charge in vector form or in displacement form or in the position form. So let us see this. So if I have a charge q whose position vector is, let's say, r1. I have a charge q whose position vector is r1. I want to calculate electric field intensity at a point P. So as per the rules, to calculate electric field intensity at a point P, I need to place a test charge over there, then calculate the force, then divide the force with the test charge, and finally I will get the electric field intensity. It is a step. Once again, let us see what steps are involved in deriving the electric field intensity. We have so many derivations for the electric field intensity. If you remember the steps in which the derivation is done, it will be helpful to you to understand the further derivations. So once again, I want to calculate electric field intensity due to this charge q at a point P. This is the question. So step 1, place a test charge at a given point. Let us say this test charge have a position vector r0. Right? Now calculate the force between these two charges. So the force will be k q1 q2 displacement square. Let us see the displacement. So displacement vector will be from q to q0. So displacement vector will be from 1 to 0. Let us say this is the charge q1. So from 1 to the charge 0. So from 1 to 0, its magnitude only we want, and the direction will be r10 cap. Right? Electric field intensity at a point P, we calculated the force. First step, right? Just similar as this. So we calculated the force. Now we'll calculate the electric field intensity, that is force for test charge. Divide this one by test charge. So simple, this test charge will be removed and the remaining things will be kq1 by r10 square upon r10 cap. Now what's difference between this equation and this equation? This one we have written in a more elaborate form in the terms of position vectors and displacement vectors. Let us write down in much more detailed format. So this will be kq1. This can be written as r0 minus r1 square. You must be knowing how to evaluate this vector which forms a triangle. So r0 minus r1, and cap can be written as vector upon its modulus. Next step involves E will be kq1 r0 minus r1 का square. Then same thing, this vector again can be evaluated in the same format, r0 minus r1, right? Vector, this is vector, so we don't use modulus symbol, we use these small brackets upon modulus, so that will be again r0 minus r1 modulus. Simplifying furthermore, kq1 by r0 minus r1 square, r0 minus R1, and this one if we multiply it becomes a cube. So this is the electric field intensity due to a point charge in a much more detailed format. However, such detailed format are not asked in the theory exam. This is to solve the numericals. You must understand this method in order to solve the numericals. Next topic which we have is, we'll discuss about the directions of the electric field intensity, right? So, direction of electric field. So let's say I have a positive charge. I have a positive charge, right? I want to calculate electric field intensity at a point P. We are discussing about the directions of the electric field. So at this point, again step 1, if I want to calculate electric field intensity due to this charge, what I have to calculate? I have to calculate the force. Same way. So that force, in which direction it will be? The force will be directed away from the plus Q charge. Force will be directed away. And similarly, electric field intensity, it also has a same direction as that of force. So electric field also will have a direction away from the positive charge. So what do we conclude from this? So we conclude that if the body has a positive charge, or if there is a positive charge, electric field will be radially outward. Similarly, let us see what happens in the case of the negative charge. So let us say I have a negative charge. Again, I want to calculate electric field intensity at point P. Step 1, place a test charge. Step 2, calculate the force. What will be the direction of the force? Attractive. Since test charge is always positive, it is attractive in nature, so force will be in this direction. In which direction electric field will be? Similar to that of the force. So electric field will also be in the same direction. What do we conclude? We conclude that negative charge has an electric field intensity directed radially inward. Then next one, we move on to electric field intensity due to group charges. Electric field intensity due to group charges, or you can say number of charges. That superposition principle which we studied in the part 1 electrostatics. This is part 2 electrostatic field. The part 1 was electrostatics. This is electrostatic field. So in that one, in electrostatics, we have seen superposition principle. So that same superposition principle we will apply here to calculate electric field intensity due to group charges. Let us see how. So if I have a charge Q1, I have another charge Q2, I have another charge Q3, and so on. I have many charges. Now I want to calculate electric field intensity on the charge Q0 due to 1, due to 2, and due to 3. Let us see how. So let us say we have Q1 which has a position vector R1, 2 which has a position vector R2, and 3 which has a position vector R3. I want to calculate electric field intensity on 0, due to 1, due to 2, and so on. So as per superposition principle, this statement is as per superposition principle, right? So as per this superposition principle, electric field intensity on this test charge is vector sum. See the symbol, vector sum of electric field intensity due to individual charges. Once again I am repeating, electric field intensity on the test charge Q0 is vector sum of electric field intensity due to individual charges. So let us see what will be the electric field intensity on the Q0 due to Q1. We consider that Q1, Q2, Q3 all are positive for simplicity. Q0 is also positive. So all these charges are positive in nature. So due to Q1, what will be the electric field intensity? Electric field intensity on 0 due to 1 will be in this direction, directed away from the Q1. Obviously, Then due to Q0, in which direction it will be? Again, both are positive, so it will be directed away. So this will be electric field on the 0 due to 2. Similarly, due to 3, if I calculate, it will be away, electric field on the 0 due to 3. Since the directions are different, we have taken vectors of overall resultant we can calculate. Let us try to simplify this thing. Let us try to calculate first electric field intensity on 0 due to 1. So electric field intensity on the 0 due to 1 will be K Q1, right? Electric field intensity formula is KQ by R square. So K Q1. What will be the displacement vector? That will be R0 minus R1 cube R0 minus R1 vector. Either you use this, or if you are not able to remember this formula, then the simplest one which you can use here is KQ by R square and R10 cap. So this is magnitude and this is direction. This is combination of magnitude and direction. This part is magnitude in detailed form, direction. Here again this is magnitude and direction. Both are simple, but if you are very good at vectors, then you will be able to correlate the relation between the two. However, simple equation is this one. KQ1 by distance square. Distance is between R1 and R0, right? That you can write down R disposition from 1 to 0. So R10 square. You can write down in the modulus format. Or let us say we keep it simple as a distance R. It is already given, the distance R is given in magnitude terms. So this is the electric field intensity on 0 due to 1. Similarly, if we calculate electric field intensity on 0 due to second charge, so it will be K Q2 R0 minus R2 Q R0 minus R2 vector. In simple form, you can write down KQ2 by, this is distance R1, this will be distance R2 square, and the direction will be from 2 to 0. R20 cap, this is direction from 2 to 0. This is direction from 1 to 0. And similarly, we can write down for the third charge. So total electric field intensity on the 0 charge will be sum of all this. So writing down the sum, K is common in the summation format. I'll use the summation format. So K is common for all. Q1, Q2 is changing, rest all other parts are changing. So I'll write down K summation of Q R0 minus Ri Q R0 minus Ri vector. Value of I, it starts from 1 and it will increase as I belongs to natural numbers, right? Starts from 1, I belongs to natural number. If there are 5 charges, you can write down here I equal to 5. If there are 6 charges, you write down I equal to 6. So this is the electric field intensity due to multiple charges, group of charges, or number of charges. In these simple words, if you want to write down electric field intensity into these simple words, you can also write down K Qi by Ri square and I0 cap. I again starts from 1 and I belongs to natural numbers. Again, this is equally correct. This is more elaborate form. If you have liked the video, if you have liked the teaching, please comment, like, share, subscribe. Thank you.